Thank you so much for joining me for coffee. Iced coffee today. Every once in a while, even when it is a little chilly outside, I still crave iced coffee. Okay, today I'm going to share yet another life hack with you. And this is one that has helped me tremendously when it comes to having compassion for other people. I would say my default setting, where I go to is semi-judgmental. For a lot of years when I was younger, and aren't we so funny when we're young, thinking we have all that figured out? But for many years when I was younger, I would think, what is wrong with them? Why are they doing that self-sabotaging behavior? Don't they know that's going to hurt them? And it was actually after a series of me getting my ass kicked. Don't you love how that happens? It's like, I love the way Gideon puts it. If life isn't teaching you compassion, you're not paying attention. And I really feel like one of the main purposes for the hardships and challenges we go through is to soften us, is to humble us, is to teach us compassion. I'm at the point in my life where I'm just like, oh, I'm humble. Look, universe. Look, God. I'm super humble. You don't need to humble me anymore. Look at me. I'm all humble. Uncle. That's where I am in this whole process. But one of the biggest things that came out of getting my ass kicked was I had an epiphany about why people do the things they do. And that's what I'm going to share today. So this is actually just like a paradigm shift. That if we can look at it through these eyes, it can really help us to stay soft, stay out of pride, and just really stay loving and compassionate with the people in our lives, including ourselves, that do dumb shit. Okay? So, as human beings, we crave equilibrium. So in the entire universe, everything is always going towards equilibrium. That's why when something, you see this big time in politics. So we'll have, this extreme in politics happen, extreme, and the more extreme it is over here, the more the pendulum will swing over here because it's trying to create equilibrium, right? Man, wouldn't it be so great if we could kind of find some middle ground there? But it would have to swing less dramatically a couple of times in a row to find that happy medium. I'm only bringing that up to show you that it is actually almost like a biological imperative to find equilibrium. Therefore, many of the choices that we make in life is us having this subconscious desire, even a biological, physiological desire to find equilibrium. So, when we are in a chaotic state, a painful state, a confused state, we don't have all of us present, meaning that we don't have our full will accessible to us. We don't even have our full IQ accessible to us when we are in fear and chaos and fight or flight. We get kind of stupid. Okay? Sorry, my life flashed before my eyes of all of the times I have been there, that I've been stupid with a double O. But what it is that we are just trying to find the next level of peace. And so sometimes that looks like things that give us temporary relief. So what we do is we sell out long-term peace for temporary relief. Donuts, anybody? Cigarettes, right? Drinking, basically any addiction. Any addiction is seeking temporary relief at the expense of long-term peace. But do you see how much that we just want that temporary relief in the moment? It's part of the human condition to want to feel better. And if people don't see that what they really want is accessible to them right in that moment, they will take the invitation every single time. So the whole context I'm bringing this up in is us being able to understand it so that we're not looking at it like they're just dumb. They're just bad people. Okay? So let me give you a specific example. Let's say that there's somebody who is experiencing a lot of very, very deep self-doubt, and they feel very lonely and unsure, uncentered. And they want to feel better in that moment. And they literally have no idea whatsoever how to even start on the journey of getting connections and of getting confidence. And they are predisposed to drinking. Well, a bottle of wine or Jack Daniels is going to make them forget a certain amount of their disconnect and insecurity. And so they're going to take what they can get. We make some of our most sabotaging choices in life when we are just trying to feel better. Okay? So I want to start with that. I want to start with just, can you acknowledge the times that you've done that and be loving and gentle to yourself? I would, not as a way to excuse or to rationalize, but just as a way to understand, why would you do that? I mean, I've had so many moments in my life, I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why would I do that? I know that when I do that, eat that, think that, act that way, speak like that I have a negative consequence in the future. But present Dawni in those moments doesn't give a shit about future Dawni. She can suck it up and handle the consequences, because right now, present Dawni just needs to feel better. So you can think of times you've done that, be gentle with yourself, and that will help you be more compassionate with other people when they do that. Now, how do we come out of this ourselves? If we're the ones that are doing this, as I'm speaking today, you're mostly thinking of your damn self, how do we stop this? Well, I mean, there are actual ways, breath. Almost every single thing I talk about can be helped by breathing, by pausing and breathing. And also by understanding that the more we can bring up our free will and that we can look at the long term. So, okay, I'm craving peace right now. I can do something, I can do this, which will pretty instantly give me some relief. We've got to be able to parse out the difference between relief and peace. Okay? This will give me relief. And we've talked about this before. Will it bless my future self? Will it bless my future self? So if you have enough of yourself, enough of your will available to you in that moment of needing peace, can you ask yourself the difference? Is this relief or is this peace? Because if it's true peace, it can also be some relief in the moment, but it will be both that short-term and that long-term peace. Okay? So if the answer is no, that it may give you temporary relief, but it will not bring you long-term peace, then the question becomes, what is something I can do right now that will bring me long-term peace? And then maybe we sacrifice a little bit of relief in the moment for the future, for the more sustainable thing. So I guess in a way this video is twofold, because it is looking at things in a way that gives us compassion, but it's also talking about asking the right question, because when you ask yourself the question, what can I do to create long-term peace? When we ask the right question, the answers come usually pretty quickly. If the answer's not coming because you're in real breakdown, that's when you reach out. That's when you ask a trusted friend or family member to brainstorm with you. That's when you make an appointment with your therapist or with your life coach, right? So let's just shift that question. Can you kind of feel into this? Okay, I feel upset. I want relief. I really want peace. What choices can I make right now that will lead to long-term peace? There is a lot of times it goes even deeper to where the thing that gives immediate relief will often actually sabotage long-term peace. Again, back to the addictions, right? So if we overeat, we eat a bunch of junk, we drink too much, we smoke, we yell at our spouse, we spank our kids, all of those things are things that could lead to a lack of peace in the long run. So I really hope that this has facilitated a paradigm shift for you. And even if you don't even worry about the second part, if you just use this to have more compassion for yourself and others, then I'm going to consider that a win. Okay, guys, love you. May your coffee be strong and your life be blessed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And if you would be interested in working with me further, you can check out DawniAngel.com. I would love to come speak to your group, come to your business to do a training, be on your podcast, my personal favorite, or even work with you one-on-one.